Hi, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, a tragic story out of Dalton, Georgia. An assistant basketball coach for Dalton State College was injured and his fiancee was killed in a car crash Monday evening. Redman and Brittany Huber were driving through Meriwether County around 7 p.m. when the crash happened. The two were driving to Huber's hometown of Mobile, Alabama, to be married on Saturday. The Georgia State Patrol says Redman lost control of his car. Its passenger side smashed against a concrete bridge support in the highway median. Paramedics found Redman unconscious. His 24-year-old bride-to-be was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators are working to recreate exactly what happened. The road was wet, and officials say Redman was driving too fast for the conditions. His skull was cracked, and he has broken ribs. He remains in the intensive care unit of Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta. 40 homes were damaged and 10 were destroyed by severe storms in DeKalb County, Alabama. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries or deaths. 2 chicken farms were wiped out, though, and many residents lost water and electricity. In total, more than 15,000 people lost power in the area during the storms. And wind gusts here in Chattanooga topped out at 45 miles per hour Monday night. In Meigs County, Grace Baptist Church burned to the ground after it was apparently struck by lightning. The closest possible tornado to Chattanooga could have landed in Athens, Tennessee. The National Weather Service is investigating whether there actually was a touchdown. A third arrest has been made in the triple slaying that happened in Lookout Valley. Detectives have arrested 22-year-old Skylar H. Allen and charged him with 3 counts of criminal homicide and 1 count of attempted criminal homicide. 2 others, 19-year-old Derek Madison Morse and a 15-year-old boy, have also been arrested on the same charges. Caleb Boozer, Jake Lang, and John Morris were all killed April 9th at an RV near Kelly's Ferry Place. Officials say the shooting was not random, but they won't say what led up to it. Still, sheriff's officials say they're confident the 3 primary suspects have been arrested, though the investigation remains open. A second person has been charged with kidnapping and murder in the disappearance of Holly Bobo. The 20-year-old nursing student went missing from her home in Decatur County 3 years ago. Now a grand jury has indicted 39-year-old Jason Autry in the case. Autry was already serving a 3-year sentence in a separate crime. Authorities haven't yet found Bobo's body, but the TBI says it has sworn statements from witnesses who saw Bobo alive with Autry and Zachary Adams after she disappeared. TBI Director Mark Gwynn says Adams and Autry were longtime friends, and prosecutors could seek the death penalty in both cases. Prosecutors also plan to indict at least 1 more person, Shane Kyle Austin, in the case. Austin had previously been granted immunity in exchange for cooperation, but the state has voided the agreement because it claims he was not completely truthful. Time is up for the petition effort to unseat Chattanooga City Councilman Chris Anderson. District 7 residents dumped hundreds of signatures at the Hamilton County Election Commission minutes before the deadline on Tuesday. They claim 3,800 names have been submitted, while only 1,600 are needed. And just over 1,000 signatures have already been verified, but verifying the rest could take until May 9th. Yet one elections administrator says many of the new signatures were from people who were already counted. And Anderson says that based on the error rate, he believes his opponents will fall short. Just last week, Anderson lambasted his opponents for using 7- and 8-year-old kids to go door to door to collect signatures. Construction has started on a new 4-story mixed-use development on Chattanooga's south side. The complex at Main and Market Streets will house stores on the ground level and 63 apartments on top. It will be one of the biggest additions to Main Street in decades. Finally, a new restaurant will open next week near Hamilton Place Mall. Firebird's Wood Fire Grill is set to open May 5th on Gun Barrel Road. It'll be the restaurant's 3rd location in Tennessee and the 31st nationwide. Turning to weather, we'll see rain today with a high near 75 degrees. The low tonight will be around 49. That's it for today's newscast. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.